Well, my daughter and I went on a big garage sale hunt this weekend because in our town we had several neighborhood garage sales going on. And I was able to pick up a few treasures that I wanted to show you. This piece that it was really a nightstand that I got for $10. It's very heavy. I think it's made of MDF, but I am going to try doing some distress painting with white paint on it and using it on my back porch here. And then I got this cute little stand that'll be a great plant stand, and I'm also going to paint it white and put it on my front porch. We'll see that later in a week or two. A real find were these two chairs that I found at a house where they just had things out by the curb to give away for free. And I have some ideas for these chairs that I'll show you a little bit later in the season. And then lastly, I found this old pot that needs some love, and I'm going to turn it into something I hope will be beautiful for my back porch. I have this purple spray paint that I'm going to give a try on this garage sale find, this pot that I had gotten at this past weekend, and I am using this bonds to plastic. I think that this pot is made of some sort of composite, so anyway, I wanted to get something that would bond well. I have my old painting gloves on and my old clothes that I use when I'm painting. So I'm just going to get started, and as you can see, I turned my pot over upside down so I could paint the bottom of it first. I covered the handles, which were black, with blue painter's tape because I think I want them to stay black. We'll see how it looks after I've spray painted it with the purple. So let's get painting. Project, which is this nightstand I showed you earlier. And what I'm going to be doing today on the back side of it, since it is made of MDF, I'm going to be painting these bare MDF pieces with a burnt umber acrylic paint before I do my sort of distressed white paint on this piece of furniture. Well, here I am indoors. The weather has gotten so cold outside, I didn't think it would be a good painting situation because, you know, for latex paint, you do have to have I think, between 45 and 50 degrees consistently for drying. And right now, we're below 50 degrees. We're only at 47. And it's supposed to get into the 30s tonight again. So I have just moved some furniture around here in my kitchen area. You can see in the background there, I brought some of my plants indoors. And so I've got the furniture that I'm going to be painting here on an old shower curtain, which I'm using for my drop cloth. and I'm going to get started on the painting, and you can watch as I do some of this work. You might notice that I've got my table upside down. When I do have things that need to be painted on the underside, I usually start there with the painting job. So guys, I have my old painting clothes on, and I wanted to mention one thing before I get started with my painting. I've mixed up my paint, got my brush ready to go, and I wanted to show you the type of paint that I'm going to be using. This is a Sherwin-Williams Ovation paint. It is a primer and paint in one, which is why I'm not bothering to prime these furniture pieces at all. And I've stirred it up quite well. I have used this paint on several projects over the past couple of years, and I just keep dipping into the same old gallon. But I just wanted to share with you the type of paint it is. It is a satin finish, and I kind of like that satin finish because it gives a little bit of a, I think, a sheen, very slight sheen. It is not glossy, but I think it will hold up a little bit better out of doors. So even though these furniture pieces are going to be on covered porches, still, you know, they can be subjected to some of the elements. And if I used something like chalk paint, I think what might happen is it's so, I don't know how to describe it, but you know, it's easy to rub off. And this, I think, will hold to the furniture better. So that's my choice for paint. So let's get started. Finished painting my little white table now, and we're going to move on to the nightstand again. I did the top area of the nightstand and part of the back, and right now I'm going to continue with painting the drawer front and then the rest of the project, and I'll give you a look when it's all done. Here are my finished painted pieces now. I'm going to come in here so you can have a little bit of a closer look. You can see that I didn't put a full coat of paint on the pieces. I let some of the brown that was part of the original piece actually show through as if it had been a little bit worn. Here's the top of the nightstand. And the drawer is back in, and you can see I just kind of slopped on the paint, not in a very careful way, but I also carefully made sure that I was not having any drips or big, you know, globs of paint anywhere. And then lastly is my lovely new flower pot. And you can see this super bright purple. It seems a little bit much, but I know when I have it planted with the shade annuals that I plan to use for this, and you know, they'll drape over, and it'll just add a little pop of color to my garden. And you can see I left the handles the original black color, and I like that look. I'm happy with it. So this will be used out in my garden this year, and you'll see it soon. Guys, I just wanted to come back one last time to say I hope you enjoyed this video about painting furniture and even old pots that you might find in a garage sale. They are amazing finds, and you know, lots of us have old paints lying around the house, and they make a great tool to transform any old piece of furniture or, you know, anything you happen to find in a garage sale, if that is what you'd like to do. And I just want to encourage you to give it a try. It's very easy. It was a busy day. I still have on my paint clothes, and you know, it's the end of the day now, but I've got my projects all done and ready to be placed where I'm going to be using them outdoors this summer. So thank you so much for stopping by. I sure appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm wishing you a happy day.